Super deformed Kusii Gundam. Hey, what's up again, everybody? It's Robert184, 2Rs, 2Bs, GundamReviews.net, and believe me, I could not be more excited today to be bringing you a look at this, the newest BB Senshi Super Deformed. It's the Kusii Gundam ZI, sometimes in English here, from Hathaway's Flash, in Gunpla form, which I cannot stress how cool that is enough. December 2013 release. 1,500 yen from Bandai, who's made us wait so long, and you'll notice that the cover art is great if you like cartoony eyes, and he's got a friend flying around in the background, which comes into play here. There it is, that's not a 3, the Kusii Gundam, and up in the corner, 386 in the BB Senshi line. This is not a legend. BB, that is, but I do hope that the kit turns out to be, wait for it, well, you know the rest. And don't forget, you can get this kit and lots more, new and old, from the good folks at HobbyLink Japan, and there's direct links below. The Kusii Gundam has never been animated, much to many people's chagrin, including my own, but instead it comes from the novel series here, Hathaway's Flash, as it's usually translated, and there it is, Mafti, Hathaway, all grown up, and there's a pretty different looking take on it there. Here you can see some more cool art as Mafti's all grown up, and then, yes, some tragedy in the end. At the same time, it's a great story. He is the main character. You could call it the protagonist suit, I suppose. Although whether you can really call him a good guy there, you'd have to wonder. Penelope may be taking on that role instead. But history lesson aside, is there any need for me to delve into the Gunpla Bible here, 2013, and show you all the different high grades and master grade? Nope. None whatsoever, because this Gundam, despite the fact that the novels are written by the man, the myth, Tomino himself, and the legend I should really be adding in there, we haven't had any Gunpla in it, and part of that is because it's such a massive MS design, but if they're starting us off at the cheap end here with SDs, I'm hoping that this is just a taste of things to come. As the Kusii seems to be on a bit of a roll after we only had the Gundam fixed figuration, this is number 25 and pricey to find, for years and years, we did get the version KA, the Katoki Hajime signature robot Damashi, which is going to be pricey though, as it's reflected with its large size and complex build. Because while BB Senshis don't focus on stats here, check that out, the head height of 26 meters. Take that 18-meter regular Gundams and never mind 15-meter victories. This is an absolute beast, and you can only imagine how big an MG would be, and something we can all dream of for the future. And 1,500 yen is no slouch in the price department for an SD either. So what are we getting around the box? Well, the funnel missiles there. You can see them launching off with effect parts there. Probably going to be disappointing once you actually delve inside the kit itself. But you can see that his big feature, the triangle shoulder pads there, are going to be in effect along with those massive V-fins. And the oversized head and the chest looks like all the details are in place as you'd hope. They talk about the novel Hathaway's Flash and this being the main mobile suit in it, and you can see some details there as they're actually going to be delving into the Gunpla. The eyes are reversible, fantastic. Go cartoony, go serious. You can see all the details there in the chest, and even up to the points of the shoulders, and for the weapons, as if this guy didn't have enough. As you've seen, he's also getting a push in Gundam vs. Gundam. You can see that he's got beam sabers there, the funnel missiles with their effect parts, a big beam rifle, and a sharp-looking shield with a fair bit of color. With the back view there, you can see parts jutting out of the back. They are talking about action poses, which you've always got to be a little suspicious of with SDs. But how about this for a gimmick? If you want to put them up in flight mode, take those triangles, which are in the down position, and it looks like they're going to be swinging all the way open, and everything should be in place, as you can take this SD and whoosh them around with the appropriate sound effects. And something I didn't notice when they originally announced this kit, but look at this, you're going to be getting the continuation of the Zaku line, as we get to see Mafti. Yes, as bad guys, we get to see the Zaku 2, the Zaku 1, and of course the Zaku 2, leading into the Gira Zulu, the Gira Doga. Of course, one of those didn't exist when the novels were written, but you're going to be getting, it looks like, a very tiny, undersized version of the Messer there, and that's also going to be coming along with its subflight system, so you can put this up on an action base, and you're also going to be getting this clear one here, but Char is always going to be a little bit confused and perhaps proud whenever there's a red Zaku-ish thing flying around in space or the atmosphere. Mafti attacking Earth with some great-looking CG there, and then for us modelers, perhaps of even more interest, look how cool they're saying this is going to be looking, with no work right outside the box. Red and yellow details there on the chest to go along with the blue, the feet with gray actually done up there. The shoulders are going to look pretty plain without some lining, and it looks like there's seals on the shield. We'll have to see how much colors you can actually put on without the seals themselves, and there it is. There's all the extra stuff that you're going to be getting. As you can see, the clear base and the subflight unit and the teeny tiny mesa. And so it's inside the box. We go, where you're going to be treated to multiple bags, red, gray, seals, clear, yellow, blue, polycaps, and whites. That is a mouthful, as befitting this kind of price for an SD kit. And the first impression you're going to get is that the line between SD BB Senshis and high grades is blurring more and more. When you put out a small HGUC like the V1 Gundam, and then you see this is incredible, but then again, you can only help but wonder what could be in the future. But back to today, katakana Kusii Gundam written up there. This is the A1 plate, and it's going to be separated at birth from the A2 plate, also in white. So what do you get? Well, the front and back of the head there, some good little details for the Vulcans. The skirt is going to have a little bit of color to be added onto that, but how about these monster parts? This is definitely going to catch the eye. The effect parts, as these are going to be blasting off, a little bit of blue paint would go a long way to making these look quite sharp, although you may want to paint off those yellow, or tape off the white parts there, to preserve the proper color of the weapons themselves. With the A2 plate giving us some more small details, including those teeny tiny arms. Yes, look at his biceps compared to his shoulders. It's a bit of a joke, but that's what SD's always been about. You can see some nice little details down there in the boosters. The shield has lots of little tick marks down at the bottom, if you can make that out, so that you can go and line that up yourself, or paint the yellow on for the edges. Lots of deep channels, it looks like, over there, and the shoulders. If you get some paint in there and do these up properly, this guy could actually really shine. The B plate gives us some small little grips there, and the beam rifle, which is oversized. If you go back and look at the Crossbone X1, yes, it seems like a joke today. Some parts for the hips, and they're going to be a little bit offset there, and I love the fact that the shoes are actually going to be done in gray on top of the blue with the white for the legs, so you're getting proper multicolors there, and you are going to have all gray, though, for the simple manipulators. The C plate is going to give us that familiar good guy blue, perhaps displaced here, misplaced anyway, or misapplied. As you can see, some small little details, again, vents and everything are going to be carved all around here. The front part here for the chest is going to be looking good, as that's going to be exposing color through, as you can see. The back of the chest is good, and look at those oversized feet. Hopefully, he's going to be able to support his own weight with those big triangular shoulders of his. With the D plate giving us a shield cover there, you can see a little triangle and some lining options. A big piece there for the goatee inside the face. And look at that. That is a jewel there. That is larger than some Gundam's heads. Plain period. And so what are you going to be getting here? The mesa. Messer looking okay front and back, and the little tiny arms on there. So it looks like he's going to have some mobility. The kind of thing that for me is just going to get zip-locked and forgotten about. But then again, it's also a neat reminder of how far SDs have come. If you go look at the old Char's counterattack kits, they weren't much better, and they weren't much bigger. And I suppose Bandai had to make a choice with this, as they're going to be giving you yellow for the massive V-fin there, just to give you some perspective. There's Char's HGUC. You've also got the parts for the chest, which are looking fantastic, as they're going to be shown through the blue. But there it is, the Garza Zone. It's the kind of thing that you don't need it, but I suppose if they're printing a yellow plate up, they could have given us a teeny tiny one, a Gundam Age Advanced Grade style, but they might as well give you this for more play options, as we've seen with kits like the Delta Plus. But I don't know how much use it's going to get for me here, as we've got from 2010, this is SV1, so you're getting a nice clear base, which is going to get him up off the ground and make him look very aerial and triangular as he whooshes around in flight mode, and this may be enough for many people. Well, of course, we're not forgetting the contribution from the Polycaps PE PC003 that we're going to be getting to go inside. And I suppose I shouldn't be surprised about this, because when you go take a look at it, yes, what do you expect? 1,500 yen is going to be a lot, and you've seen a ton of colors here, but they are still going to be needing seals. I love the fact that you've got the two eyes, and they're going to be interchangeable. Lots of little red and yellow details to be applied all over the place. The bottom, the shield, the gray is going to be provided. You can paint that up yourself and then add the tick marks, and it looks like they are going to be giving you some goofy stuff there for the teeny tiny mesa. Incredibly sharp it is going to be when painted up by somebody from Bandai who's trying to sell you on this kit. And there it is, that same information, 26 meters, 32 tons, and look at that list of weapons over there. And when you head inside, you're going to get some color. But to the nuts and bolts first, where you've got all the plates laid out there, they are still going to have a comic style on the inside. Look at how many steps it takes to put together the head there. The chest is going to be relatively simple and all sorts of little spindly parts there to put on the back. Hopefully they're going to be working. And it looks like the shoulders are going to have some interesting moving parts as well as he transforms into his flight mode. Once you've got the shoes with all the stockings and everything attached on, you can put the body together before adding all the armaments there. The shield, 2 pieces there for the beam rifle, lots of seals to go around, and the funnels are going to be looking very, very cool when they actually launch off. And for the transformation, it looks like in one simple movement and then swing them open and add those tails and swing them up, and then you can get them on top of the Mesa's base there, who's going to be made out of 3 red parts, it looks like, not 2 separate limbs, and there it is, a teeny tiny beam rifle. That's a nice joke. And you've got the Garza's own there as he's ready to go whooshing around in support of his leader. Actually looking good if you wanted to go paint it up yourself over there. But of course, if you want to get them on display, you can put this on the ground, the clear part. So you can put this on the clear part, you can put the clear arm just on top of this, or you can get them up in there. Lots of options, all of them fun looking. And most importantly, just the fact that it's in Gunpla is great. As even the mobile suit explanation is excited as they're going to be explaining with their Universal Century photographs what is Hathaway's Flash and some of the original line art, or is that from the SD reversion? Anyway, as we move on, you get Comic World, and this is a fun part of BB Senshi. So what do you get? They're going to be launching all sorts of things. You get to see the Double Zeta, the High New coming out, and then the Kusii Gundam. And you'll notice that this is my camera badly focused. Bandai did it on purpose because who is that? Amuro in the new Gundam, who's very, very angry, and then he's going to go and scold the Kusii Gundam, and he's going to be saying, hey, you were busy, I thought, with the anniversary, and then off they go. He's going to be talking about the High New, but the thought of Amuro being angry and the Kusii upstaging him is the kind of thing you never would have thought after watching the movie Char's Counterattack. Well, I think Yori-sei is too young to appreciate this, but for somebody like me, this is as good as it gets for Gunpla, as it's a great novel series, very interesting read, and if you actually go, it's just the kind of thing that you've got to wonder, why haven't we seen more of this design? Of course, the novels and the movies and the anime have their own continuity, and it gets garbled and this and that at the same time. It's such a great design. The fact that people want to buy it in robot damashi form, people will pay through the nose for the Gundam fixed figuration, and people will pay to download it for Gundam vs. Gundam on the PS3, and Penelope to come. It just gets everybody excited. Penelope, you'd think, would be coming, as they've done a good job of getting counterparts out there, the new Gundam and the Sazabi, etc., in the SD line. And of course, if they're all going to come out in SD, you know where we all want it to go eventually. Anyway, please let me know what you think of the MS, the name, the novels, anything else at all. And of course, stick around to see it all put together. I can't wait. See you next time, everybody. Bye.